Hey guys, welcome back. Today, I want to talk about something a little different, something more personal, something that still hurts a little when I think about it. I want to talk about a narcissist, someone who came into my life and tried to take everything from me. I went through hell because of this person, and today, I want to tell you that story. But here's the thing. Stay with me until the end because this story, it doesn't end the way you think it does. Are you ready? Okay, here we go. So let me set the scene. I work at a foreign company in Korea. And yeah, my English is not perfect. You guys know that. But somehow, things were doing okay. I had my routine. I was running every day, singing friends on weekends. Life was pretty good, actually. And then she showed up, a new team leader. From day one, something felt off. I had this weird feeling in my gut, but I told myself, Boram, stop it. That's just your bias. Give her a chance. That was the beginning of hell. I just didn't know it. I just didn't know it yet. About a month in, she started showing her true colors. She took credit for my work. She told me over and over that the executive had a bad that the executives that the executives had a bad that the executives that the executive that the executives that the executives had a bad impression of me, that the company didn't think highly of me, that I wasn't good enough. And I believed her. For a while, I actually believed her. But that was all a lie. That's what narcissists do. They make up stories to make you feel small, to make you feel like you need them. Like without them, you are nothing. She gave me tasks that were almost impossible to finish. And when I couldn't pull them off perfectly, she pointed right at me. See, your skills aren't there. You're falling short. For almost 10 months, I lost everything, my routine, my sleep, myself. I was sleeping 3, maybe 4 hours a night, working on weekends. Every single day felt like I was just trying to survive until the next day. And then there's this one moment I can't get out my and then there's this one moment I can't get out of my head. It was spring, last year, cherry blossom season in Korea. And if you've ever seen cherry blossom in Seoul, you know, they're really beautiful. I like it. I love it. Once lunchtime, I stepped outside for a little break. And right across the street, just one crosswalk away, there was a park full of cherry blossoms, pink everywhere. It looked like something out of a dream. All I had to do was cross the street. That's it. Just walk across. Take 5 minutes or 3 minutes. Breathe. Look at the flowers. But do you know what I did? I turned around and went back to work because the pressure she put on me, The fear of not finishing her task fast enough, the anxiety of having to report back to her. It was so heavy that I couldn't even let myself cross one crosswalk to see the cherry blossoms. I think about that moment a lot, not with anger anymore. But I remember thinking, nobody in my life has ever made me feel this trapped, not even my parents. That's when I realized how deep I had gone. Because it wasn't just about work anymore. I was getting darker. Every day I was exhausted physically and mentally. I couldn't focus. I was snapping at my friends, being short with my mom and dad for no reason. People who had nothing to do with any of this. It felt like something dark had taken over me, like I wasn't myself anymore. I had lost my spark, my energy, my joy. That's what a narcissist does. They don't just take your work or your time. They drain your energy. They mess with your sense of reality until you don't trust yourself anymore. Psychologists call this gaslighting. When someone when someone manipulates you into questioning your own thoughts, your own feelings, your own memory. Did that really happen? Am I overreacting? Maybe it is my fault. I was asking myself those questions every single day. And then, one day, something just clicked. I woke up and I thought, wait, I know what this is. She's a narcissist. And I've been getting gaslight this whole time. Something in me switched. I thought, I have to protect myself. I have to get my life back. I made up my mind to quit. I was ready to walk away from everything. And then, almost like the universe was listening, my branch manager called me in and suggested I move to a different team. So, surprised. I didn't think twice, not even for 1 second. I said yes on the spot. It took 3 more months to make the move happen. 3 more months of dealing with her, but I held on. And eventually, I got out. And now, I'm on a new team with genuinely good people. Doing work that actually feels meaningful. I know there's so much more to this story, and honestly, I wish I could tell you all of it. But here's what I want you to know. I went through that experience, and somewhere in the middle of the darkness, I figured out just how dangerous a narcissist really is. And I wanted to do something with that. I wanted to reach people who might be going through the same thing right now. Maybe that's a big reason why I started this channel. I needed to find my way back to myself. And I figured maybe I'm not the only one. Okay, so now I want to shift gears a little because here is the question that changed everything for me. What do you do with pain that you didn't ask for? There's this philosopher, Friedrich Nietzsche. Some of you might know him. He said something that I come back to again and again. That which does not kill me makes me stronger. When I first heard that, honestly, I kind of rolled my eyes. It sounded like something you'd put on a motivational poster. Nice word, easy to say. But after going through what I went through, I get it now. I really get it. Because here's the thing. That darkness she put me through, it didn't kill me. But it tried, but it didn't. And once I got out, once I started to breathe again, I realized something. The pain had cracked me open. And through those cracks, something new was getting in. Psychologists talk about something called post-traumatic growth. Most people know about post-traumatic stress, the way trauma leaves one. But post-traumatic growth is the other side of that. It's when going through something really hard actually changes you, expands you, in ways that wouldn't have happened without the pain. You develop a strength you didn't know you had. You figure out what really matters. You stop taking the small, beautiful things for granted. Like cherry blossoms across the street. And for me, the darkness she gave me became something I call black. Not black like depression, not black like giving up. Black like depth, like power, like the kind of quiet strength that comes from having survived something that was supposed to break you. She tried to make me small. Instead, I absorbed the darkness and I turned it into fuel. That's the thing about narcissists. They think they are taking something from you. They think they are winning. But what they don't realize is if you don't let it destroy you, if you choose to face it and grow through it, they actually give you something. Something they never intended to give. They push you to a version of yourself you would have never found on your own. Now, here's the part that might surprise you. I'm grateful for her. I know. Hear me out. In Korean, we have this word, 귀인. It means someone who shows up in your life and changes the direction of your path. Usually, we think of 귀인 as a good person, a mentor, someone who helps you. But I think a 귀인 can also come in painful forms. In English, there's a phrase, a blessing in disguise. Something that looks terrible on the outside, but turns out to be exactly when you need it. She was my blessing in disguise. If she had never come into my life, if those 10 months of hell had never happened, I don't think I would be sitting here in front of this camera right now. I don't think I would have started this channel. I don't think I would have looked this deeply in my own mind, my own parents, my own psychology. I was comfortable before, and comfortable doesn't push you to grow. She blew my comfort. She blew up my comfort zone completely. 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 And from the rubble, I had to rebuild myself from scratch. And in doing that, I found something stronger, a clearer sense of who I am, what I can handle, what I'm actually made of. The most painful people in our lives are sometimes the ones who crack us open the widest, and light gets in through the cracks. I don't think I would have found my black, my depth, my power, my real voice without going through the darkness first. So, yeah, in the most painful, twisted way possible. Thank you. If you're watching this right now and you're in the middle of it, I want to talk to you for a second. Maybe it's a narcissist at work, a toxic relationship, a family member who makes you feel like you are never enough, someone who has taken your energy, your sleep, your joy. I say you, I really do, because I've been there. And I want to tell you, it doesn't last forever. Even when it feels like it will, even when you can't picture a way out, it does not last forever. Hold on, protect yourself. And when the door opens, even a crack, walk through it. Don't think twice. Just go. And one more thing. Look at me. My English is far from perfect. I stumble over words. I make mistakes. There are so many things I'm still figuring out. But I started anyway. I showed up anyway. Because I refused to let her or anyone take away the part of me that wants to grow, wants to connect, wants to be here. If I can do this after everything, so can you. You are not what they told you you were. You are not small. You are not broken. You are someone who is still here, still fighting, still becoming. You can do everything. You can do anything. I believe you. Let's make today the Boram, your version. Whatever that looks like. I'll see you in the next one. Take care of yourselves. Bye. 안녕.